company and went with this other guy whose last name also started with M. And then they created like the chocolate that doesn't melt in your hands and named it after themselves. And that's why it's called M&M. But it's not owned by Mars.
The other M&M.
The other M and a different M.
My brain grew 3 times this day.
And now YouTube
You're
knows.
welcome.
Yeah.
Sponsored by M&M.
All right, time to send that to the other tribe and the VL. And okay, we're live and tribal is happening. Okay, welcome, Anu tribe, to your first tribal as a swapped tribe. For 3 of you, this is your first ever tribal. Do any of you have something to say about that?
I was feeling really good when I had never been to a tribal before, but here we are.
Is this more fun or less fun?
I mean, I would say it's about as fun. Obviously, like, this is another aspect of the game as a whole, that, you know, like, the game wouldn't be as fun if I just somehow avoided tribal the entirety of it, but no.
I just want to say, I feel like speaking my mind. Yeah, this is my first tribal, but this is also going to be my last one. So that's all.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
I'm?
oh, nothing. I just reacted.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, so Adam is the newest member of the tribe. Since you got here after everyone else, do you feel like that's going to put a target on your back, or do you believe Grace?
I guess it could theoretically put a target on my back, but in reality, I don't feel like it has. I mean, it does help that I did not end up arriving a full day late as I would have on one of the tribes, you know, if the original plan had played out. I was only late by, I think, a few hours.
I think 2.
Yeah, so really, in reality, I don't feel like I had a ton less time to bond with the other members of the tribe than the actual original members.
Yeah, so Julian, you've survived a lot of tribals, which is not something that you've done in your past few seasons. Do you feel like you're going to survive this one, and do you think you're going to make it to single digits?
That's the goal. I mean, as pretty much everyone here knows, I am famous for being the biggest loser in all of Tumblr Survivor across 96 seasons. That's my reputation, I guess. And it would be so nice to hit that single digit threshold just one time. I mean, this is my 7th time out here, and I've gotten double digits 6 times in a row, whether it's been through twists or tribe swaps or me sucking or that one time in France that I don't want to talk about. It would be so nice to make it to that point just one time in my entire Tumblr Survivor career. Will it happen? I don't know. I hope so.
Megan, so on the other tribe, they've gone to tribal 2 times so far, and both times your starting tribe, which was in the minority, has survived, and one member of each of the other tribes has gone home. Do you think that that trend's going to continue here, or do you think that one of you and Julian is going to go home tonight?
I mean, I hope it continues, because I would like to stay, and I honestly, after hearing that, I didn't know Julian played so many times without getting single digits, so I feel kind of like bad about that, so I'd like him to stay too, but I mean, who knows if it's gonna go that way. I don't know, all I can say is that, like, I hope I've connected well enough with people that they don't want to vote me out, but who knows.
Yeah. And Michael Marcus, what was your take on Cameron going, even though theoretically your starting tribe had more people than on low?
I mean, there's no way to really know what's going on over there. It's not like it was 5-3 or anything. It was unanimous vote. So I'm just focusing on what's happening over here and hoping that I'm in the majority. It's hard to draw too many conclusions from that.
Mm-hmm. And Isabel, after Cameron left, there were 2 people from each of the other starting tribes, yet somehow one of your starting tribe went out. How did that make you feel, and how do you think that that's going to impact this tribal?
Sorry, I was just processing that statement. Yes, okay. You're referring to the J vote.
Yeah.
I think it was a bummer, but honestly, like, I think, again, the tribe swap sort of changes up everything, and we have no idea what the dynamics are on that tribe. They don't really know what's going on in our tribe, and all I can really hope for is focusing on this tribal right now and the tribals that will come with this tribe later. So I'm hoping that the bonds that I've made on this specific tribe will hold strong.
Yeah, so Johnny, all of the votes so far have been unanimous. What's your take on that?
I think it's a lot of people trying to keep the people that they're with each other. And if you don't have fractured votes, then it's easier to keep people together. And ultimately, I'm sure that's what they are trying to do. And I feel like the talk of like who started on what tribe, like normally when I play, it doesn't factor in as much once we actually merge and push comes to shove and people start building relationships. It's about the conversations you're having with people, not what tribe we started on. So I feel like those guys are probably bonding in different ways that the original tribes did not.
Mhm.
And that's probably what's happening, I would say.
And do you think that tonight will be unanimous?
No idea.
And do you have a prediction for when the first non-unanimous vote will be?
Final 5.
Okay. Speaking of final 5, Benji, do you want to be unanimous all the way until final 5?
I mean, it depends if I'm voted out in that process.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for it?
Is it good or bad that the votes?
Would you rather be voted out unanimously? I think no, for me.
I mean, I think if you're voted out, like, it doesn't really matter if it's like unanimous or not. Like, I think you still feel upset either way.
Okay. And Grace, you had the worst score in the challenge that was due today. Wow, that was today. Feels like a long time ago. Do you think that that's going to impact anything, or is it irrelevant?
It right for myself in this situation, because I got some vibes going on. My challenge score has absolutely nothing to do with this tribal. It's something else that it's something else. It's not my challenge score, but it's something else. That's all I'll say.
And what is it? What is it?
What it? Oh, just myself. That's it. Like, that's all. Just myself.
Okay. And does everybody heal? How do I word that question? Does anybody heal? Does anybody here feel like they're in danger tonight?
I've never done this before, so I mean, I feel like I hope I am in the majority, but who knows? I don't know what it's supposed to feel like if you're not in the majority.
So
We'll
is that a
see.
yes or a no? Is that a hand raise?
I think
or
it's
no?
always going to be a yes from me.
Okay. Johnny, Adam, Megan, you didn't raise your hands. Do you feel confident that you're staying, or did you just not raise your hand? Because
I just think it's an arbitrary question where every time I've been voted out of Tumblr Survivor, I have not known I was getting voted out until it happened. So I don't really think the answer to that question really matters. Sorry.
I was sort of conflicted on whether to raise my hand. I do feel a little bit vulnerable. I mean, but I think that's mostly just because you can never really be like completely sure what is going to happen. So.
All right. Does anybody have anything else to add before we vote?
Wait, I have a fun question that I
Okay.
just thought of. I'm pulling it out of my ass. So anyone can answer this. I just want to see how people answer. But do we feel that it is easier to be confident in the fact that you are safe, or is it easier to be confident in the fact that you are going home?
It's to me, it's easier to feel confident that you're going home because there's constantly paranoia. But when you got when you got the gallons of tea and the receipts with the paranoia, oh yes, that's when the full 100 confidence comes in, baby.
So you are confident you're going home.
I'll say yeah.
That is not the first time we have heard that this season.
Yep. All right. I
Much
guess it's time to
doubt.
vote. Yeah, so if you haven't voted already, go do it in your host chat. Just write the name of whoever you're voting. Some of you have never voted before, so I figured I'd make it very clear how you do it.
I
Now I'll
appreciate
go
that.
up camera and make it all ready. All right, everybody's voted. So hopefully you don't want to change your votes. It's too late. So yeah, I want if you have an idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll sit back a little bit because it's a bad angle there. All right, that's no idols. Okay, so I'll read the votes. Grace. 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 Isabel. That's 3 votes Grace, 1 vote Isabel. Grace. The next person voted out, Grace. If you have any final words, now would be the time to say them.
I have some statements I would like to make. And for people who, especially on the other tribe who are watching this, I just want to say I've been observing and I've gotten receipts, I've gotten information, and just based on what I got, there is obviously an alliance that is on this tribe, and they're over here running stuff. So the people on the other tribe, y'all batch out when that merge comes. I'm just telling y'all right now. And for a couple of you in front of me right now, you guys are gonna strongly regret it. I'm just letting you know. I would have had your back. I would have done anything for you, but you know what? That's what it is. And yeah, that's all. That's what I gotta say. And the people on this tribe who don't feel comfortable, you better watch your back as well. Because yeah, I'm just saying. That's all I got though. That's all I got. But yeah, it was fairly obvious. It was fairly obvious today because all I got was, oh, it's been so quiet. It's been so quiet. Oh, when I hear that, that means I'm getting voted for. So I saw it coming. I really did. But y'all are fun.
All right, thank you for playing, Grace.
Thank you for playing, Grace.
I said that first.
Bye, host. Y'all have fun hosting this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going.
All right, well, if we learned anything from tonight, Krista was robbed.